I'm not going to say anything this morning so brilliant and profound that you're going to go out and chisel it in granite. And being the successful folks that you are, I'm probably not going to say anything that you don't already know. But you know, success in any area of our life is seldom the result of some new brilliant concept or theory. More often than not, it results from applying the simple ideas that we already know and putting those ideas to work on a daily basis. The solutions to most of the challenges we face generally are not that complicated. Give an example. I was at the dentist the other day. I said, "Doc, my teeth are turning yellow. What should I do?" He said, "Wear a brown tie." Over 3,000 years ago. I'm going to give you just a few statements dealing with achievement. The first one is this. Know what you want to accomplish, but then most importantly, know what you're willing to give up to get it. You see, most people like to keep their goals vague and intangible. They don't like to set specific steps toward the achievement of their dreams. You know why? When we set specific steps and we don't follow through with those steps, it makes us feel guilty. We don't like to feel guilty. So to avoid guilt, we keep our goals vague and intangible, and we rationalize that, yes, I'm working toward that goal. When in reality, we quit working toward that goal the minute we turn it from the specific to the vague. There is no guarantee of success in this whole world. But if we want to get those odds substantially on our side, we need to break those goals down into yearly, monthly, weekly, daily, sometimes even hourly increments. Helen Keller said, "I love to accomplish great tasks, one tiny step at a time." In other words, it's easy to get motivated and set a goal. Everybody does that. But the real test of character comes when that motivation fails, as inevitably it will the next morning, the next week, the next month. Do you still have the discipline to follow through with the goal for the sake of the goal? You find any Olympic athlete that exercises every day, I guarantee a lot of mornings they get up and they don't feel like exercising. But whether or not the exercise is not dependent upon feelings. It's not dependent upon emotions. It's dependent upon one word, discipline. They force themselves to do the things they know they should do, and soon those feelings return. Well, some people say, wait a second, I thought that's what motivation was. Feeling all high, having the emotions, that's only part of the equation. You see, folks, you are a human being. You're going to have peaks and valleys in terms of your emotions, but don't let your motivation be dependent upon emotion. When those bad times hit you, see it for what it is. Your weak human nature. Force yourself to do the things you know you should do, and I promise you, those more positive feelings will return. Again, I know that you folks are going through a lot of change. You know something? That's really very good. You know what should scare you? Is if you're not going through any change at all. You know the greatest thing about change? Change is what gives you the opportunity to cut into the niche of some of your competitors who are going to resist change. You know something that goes against our human nature is accountability. But the more and more I have studied and observed achievement, the more I become convinced that the odds are also higher on our side of accomplishing our goals if we will make ourselves accountable to somebody. It goes against our human nature. But you know, folks, a lot of times, human nature, our nature, is not what we want to listen to. We want to go against a lot of those tendencies we have. Make yourself accountable. And when they force you to be accountable, embrace it. Don't rebel from it. They're helping you. I said, "Jim, how long have you been working for P&O Nettlewood?" He said, "Well, ever since they threatened to fire me." He told me, he said, "This is a great company to work for." He said, "I get 6 weeks vacation a year." I said, 6 weeks? He said, "Yeah, I get 3 weeks. My boss gets 3 weeks."